Okay, so if you're just now joining us or connecting, I was telling the other participants that if you have like a ball or a towel or a washcloth, Kleenex, scarf, grocery bag, anything that we can toss up in the air that's not going to break anything or, bounce away kind of thing. So I have a towel and a washcloth, but it is a little windy, so we'll see how things go up here. All right. So I'll give you another second to grab that. I'm gonna back away. We won't need them till like the second part of class. Hopefully you guys are able to find something. All right. Now I'm gonna get my timer.
You have the light on.
All right, so to start, we're gonna do, and if you guys are new, my name is Corey. I'm a physical therapist with UCSD, and you have joined our class today to exercise for people with Parkinson's or movement disorders. So welcome. Start out with the warm up. We'll go into some kind of balance and coordination stuff today, and then finish with our cool down. So our warm up's gonna start pretty similar to other classes. We have 6 exercises today, 30 seconds, and we're gonna run through them twice. And then hopefully I'm not too shadowy today. You guys can still see me. All right, so we're gonna start by going a lateral step, and then you're gonna clap. So just stepping and clapping. Okay, that's where we're gonna start for those 30 seconds. Make sure those arms go nice and wide. Try to clap really loud. Back and forth. Make sure those fingers are opening up. All right, then for our next one, I want you to walk forward 4 steps, and then we're gonna walk backwards 4 steps. Nice and big if you have the space. So forward, 2, 3, 4, backwards, 3, 4, just like that for the whole 30 seconds. Nice and big.
One, 2, 3, 4.
Good job counting out loud. Let those arms move too if you can. And because it is just me today, we're going to be doing all these in standing, but if you need to, just sit and do the same moves. Next one we're going to do are just kicking your heels out. So trying to tap those toes down like so. We're going to alternate between each foot, trying to get those heels to touch the ground. About 10 more seconds. All right, the next one we're gonna do are jumping jacks. We're gonna keep our elbows bent, so it's gonna be more like this. So if you can jump out, jump together, like a typical jack, or you can step out, step together, step out, step together. Going, nice, good posture. We want that head up, we want that chest up, and we want you moving. All right, next we're gonna change the motion of our arms. So the stepping's gonna stay the same, but we're gonna step out, turn our hands down and up. So down, up, little bit flipping. And if it's too hard to do both things together, go ahead and do just the arms, alternating. We'll get our steps in elsewhere. If you can do them together, that's good. All right. And then the next one we're gonna do is a march and you're going to try to tap that opposite hand to your knee. We're just going to alternate.
Do a bigger circle.
And if it's hard for you to lift that knee up as high as I am, just lift it a little bit lower. You can also have, your chair close by for your balance. All right, now we're gonna rest for a minute. Change this just a little. That's better. Okay, so again, we're resting for about a minute, and then we're going to repeat the same cycle again. So the first one, just to start to remind you, is that stepping out with that nice big clap. 30 more seconds break. Always feels long. 10 more seconds. So finish your break, finish your water, get ready to move again. And here we go. So out, big clap, big clap. Nice work. Keep it going. We're halfway through. Okay, so next we're going to do those 4 steps backwards, or sorry, forward, and then 4 step backwards. And again, try to get those arms moving too. Keep it going. All right. And now we're going to move into those heel kicks. So where you're alternating, tapping those heels. Turn back around. All right, now we're moving into our jumping jacks with our elbows bent, or a stepping jack, if that's what you prefer. And good upright posture. Stepping nice and big, back and forth. All right, and then the next one are those arms. So we're turning them down and up, right? Down, up. If you want to add a jack, so if you jump with this, that'll add an extra layer of coordination, which will make it even more challenging. Almost done. My arms are starting to burn. Okay, take a rest. And then our last one is that marching, trying to tap your opposite hand to your knee. All right, just a few more seconds. All right, you can rest. We should be all warmed up now. Okay, so if you were late joining us, I asked everyone to get some kind of trough that we could toss in the air that wouldn't break anything or injure anybody. So I have a washcloth. I'm going to start with this. If this wind gets too crazy and I start chasing it around, I'm going to switch to my towel. Okay, so what I want you to do is you are going to first take a step forward. So I'm holding it in my right hand. I'm going to step forward with my left, toss it, and catch it in my opposite hand. Then we'll repeat to the other side. So I'm going to take a step forward with my right foot, toss it with my left, and catch it with my right. Okay, so we're trying to do an opposite toss and catch while also stepping at the same time. If that is too challenging for you and your balance, have your chair next to you. That way you have something sturdy. You will, again, step forward, toss, and then you can come back down to your chair. And you could repeat that all on one side if you want to, and then switch. We're going to do about 20 of these if we're alternating. Okay, here we go. So step, forward, catch, bring it back. Forward, step, throw up, catch, bring it back. 3, 4. And you can see as I start to speed up, I'm kind of tossing it in sync with my stepping, which would be good if you could get there. 8, 9, 10. Ooh, I had to step a little extra with that one. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. So if that felt pretty challenging for you, don't worry. We'll repeat it again and see if you get better on the second time around. Okay, so now we're going to work on doing a backward step. So I'll be stepping backwards like so. But as I'm stepping backward, I want you to pass this towel or whatever you're using. So I step back. I'm going to have my arms out. So I'm going to pass my towel to the other hand. So step back, together, pass. Okay? So same idea goes. If it's too hard for you to keep your balance, have your chair. You can do 10 stepping back with one hand and just bringing your object out with you, and then switch to the other side, okay? All right, but if you're alternating with me, here we go. So we step back, and then together, pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. Okay, so we can't forget about our sideways stepping. So when you step to the side, I want you to bring this towel up and over your head. So we're gonna pass it again, up and over. So this one, you could probably put your chair in front of you, and then that way you have something just in case it'll be a little bit easier to kind of use that chair if you need it. Okay, here we go. Same idea, we're gonna do 20. So we step together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. My arms are getting tired. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, nice job. Shake those arms out. Let them rest a second. And then we're going to repeat that same kind of sequence again. So we'll start with the forward step where you toss it up in the air, catch it with the other side, okay? So we'll wait about 30 seconds or so and give our arms a break. My shoulders are a little tired after all of that. And then, like I said, if it was challenging the first time around, hopefully this time will be a little bit easier to do this coordination since you've already seen it before. Okay, so let's get started. So again, forward step, toss to the other hand, bring it back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. Again, shake out those arms. And then we have the backward step. So stepping backwards, our arms will be out. We bring it together and we pass together, okay? So start backward step, out, together. That's 1. On the opposite foot, 2. Passing your object in between each hand, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. Okay, now our last one for this with our towel is that side step. So again, we side step, we bring it up over our head and then back. Side step over and back, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. Shake those arms out and we can get rid of our prop, whatever you guys decided to use. Okay, so next on the agenda is that we are going to work on some shoulder punches or presses. So you're going to go up with one hand and then up with the opposite, okay? But now we're going to add a cognitive component to it. So we're only going to do 10 of these. But what you're going to do is, so if I punch up with my right, I'm going to start at 1. When I punch up with my left, I'm going to start at 10. So if you're punching up, you got to count down with your left. Punching up with the right, you're counting up. So again, a little bit of a challenge for your brain. So let's see if we can do it. So punch 1, 10, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7. I'm going to let you guys keep counting.
5, 4,
Almost there.
2, 1.
Good. So if that was challenging for you, again, don't worry, we'll go through it again. But you can see just adding a different counting component can make things a little bit more difficult, right? Okay, so our next one in this sequence, we will do a little bit of, again, kind of a sequence that I want you to follow. So you are going to march with one foot, up with the opposite arm, kick your foot out, bring it down, okay? So march, opposite arm, kick, here, down. If that kick is too challenging on your balance, then just keep it on the floor. So you're here, and then you can bring it here. So that way you have some balance, and then just bring it back, okay? Or have your chair next to you, and again, instead of alternating from side to side, you would just do 10 on one side, alternate to the other. So let's see how this goes with a little bit of a motor cognitive component. So we march, kick, down, 1. Good.
2,
Good.
4, 6, 10.
And a couple more. Okay, very good. All right, and then for this next one, we'll give our brains a little bit of a break. And you're gonna start here. So you're gonna, again, just be standing wherever you were standing. But now we're gonna add a step, but I want there to be a little bit of a rotation. So you can see how my hips are opening up. So right now I'm pointing forward, and then I'm gonna step up and open up with a little bit of a twist. Okay, so we'll do 10 on one side on this one, and then we'll rotate and do 10 on the other. So from a front on, step back, open, 1. And let your head follow with your chest and your arm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. And now we'll switch into the opposite. We step back and we open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay. So now we'll start back with our shoulder presses and our counting, or opposite counting, right? So remember, we're going to punch up or raise up with one hand, counting up from 1. And then we're going to punch up with the opposite hand, counting down from 10. All right, here we go. So 1, 10, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5, 6, and I'll let you guys finish up.
6,
Keep counting.
7, 4, 8,
1 and 10.
1.
Very good. So again, that could be an easy one if you guys are just exercising on your own and doing, any kind of exercise left and right. You could practice that counting. Okay, next one is our marching sequence. So just to remind you, you march, opposite arm, then we kick or place on the ground and come back. So that 2-part motor series. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. All right. And next we're going to do our step backs with that opening hip rotation. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and then we'll do our opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay, next we're going to move into our other exercises. So the next one we're going to do is a squat, right? So we're just going to bend your knees a little bit, but where we're going to change it is when you come up. So you're going to squat and we're gonna come up into a Y. We'll go back down, we can come into a T. We'll come down and do an I. So the I, I'm just pushing straight back. Okay, so a little bit of a variation on our power up that we do in standing. The other thing that's going to keep you on your toes if you feel up to the challenge is every time we change our letter, I want you to come up with a word that starts with that letter. So again, they're Y, T, I. So you got to come up with Y, T, I words, which will be challenging. They could be names, they could be places, any word you can think of that starts with that letter. Okay, here we go. So yellow, tan, indigo, stay with colors. Y, come up with something. T, I, down, Y, tangerine. I'll throw some in every now and then.
Tangerine.
And back. All right, one more set, one more round. Y, T, I. All right, so now you're prepped. So when we go through our second round of that one, hopefully you'll have good YTI words. Okay, next one. We're gonna start. You're gonna punch forward. I know it's probably hard to see. So you're gonna punch forward. 1, 2, 3. I guess I could get closer, huh? Okay, 4. So 4 punches, alternating. And then I want you to try to jump to the opposite direction. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna make a full turn around in a circle. If the jump is too hard for you, just work on your turn. So instead of jumping, we'll do our 4 punches, and then we'll step, turn, 4 punches. Okay, and then you'll turn, 4 punches. All right, so here we go. We'll start facing forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go the opposite way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's pause a second. Then we'll go back around one more time each side. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Hop, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hop, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll pause and then go back around the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, shake out those arms, shake out those hands. All right, we'll do one more round of those last 2 exercises. So the squat, and just to remind you, we squat and we have a Y, we squat, there's a T, we squat, there's an I. And you're coming up with words for each of those. Hopefully different words, if you can come up with some things that are different that you didn't say before, okay? We're doing 12 of these. So we're gonna go up. So Yin yang. Toy. I's hard. I. Y. T. Isaac. Again, you can use proper nouns.
Isaac.
Tulip. One more round. Y. T. T. I. All right, good work. All right, now we have our punching with our turns, and then we'll do our cool down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, step, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go. 2, 3, 4, and turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time around, the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, and step. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, good work, everybody. Hopefully that was a brain and body challenge. Well, I guess we don't have too much time. Let's just do a standing cool down if you can. Let's first start with good, nice breath. So we can take a deep breath in, bring your hands up, reach up to the sky, and exhale on the way down. Do a couple of these, breathe up in and out. One more time. Breathe in, nice breath. In, breathe out. Okay, so I want you to work on stretching your chest a little bit and that rotation. So I'm going to kind of just rotate my body around. If you have your chair or the wall handy, you can kind of grab the opposite side of the chair. Just gonna do some nice rotation. Back the other way. Good. All right, come into the middle. Let's work on coming forward. And as you come forward, I want those elbows to come out. Okay, so we're going to stretch your back, but also stretch into your chest a little bit. If that's too difficult for you, and again, you have your chair nearby, again, I want those elbows coming out, and you're going to bend forward. Try to get some stretch to the chest, as well as a little stretch to the hamstrings and the back. Depending on how tight you are, we'll come up and then coming down. And if you're in a seated position, same thing goes. Good. I'll come back up. And I want you just to put one hand on the hip and kind of lean over towards one side, stretching out our hips. And then come back up. Step the other way. Good. Come back up. Switch. And up. And opposite. All right. And then if you have your chair nearby or your wall, I want you to put one foot kind of in front of the other. And see how I'm bending a little bit? You can also, again, support yourself here on the chair, the wall, trying to stretch out those hamstrings a little bit. Good. Up and switch sides. Good. Up one more time each way. Good. And switch, sorry. Side. All right, and then come back up. And then I want to stretch out the calves. Again, you can do this if you have a wall close by. You can kind of put your toes, prop it up how I have it. Or again, if you have a wall or the chair, you can put one foot back and kind of lunge forward. That back foot should be, back heel should be in contact with the ground. Trying to get your calf stretched out. Good. And then we'll switch. Other side. Right. Switch back. Okay, and then one more time the other way. All right. And that is all I have planned for you guys today. Hope you all had a good class. It's a beautiful day out. So you got some exercise in. Now go enjoy the rest of your day, okay?